In 2 days, voters in Wisconsin will choose who they want for the state's Supreme Court. The past couple of elections for the state's highest court have garnered national attention and broke some fundraising records as well. But as Joe McCoy explains, this election it'll be a little different, right, Joe?
Yeah, Morgan, a lot less national publicity on this race because the balance of power is not at stake, since liberals already hold a 4-3 majority and the justice that retired is conservative. But this race is still important and will determine if the liberal majority on the Wisconsin Supreme Court grows.
Once again, a Wisconsin Supreme Court race is back in the spotlight as voters head to the polls Tuesday to cast their vote for either conservative Maria Lazar or liberal Chris Taylor.
The stakes are very high in terms of the state Supreme Court races.
Larry Jacobs is a political science professor at the University of Minnesota. He says if Taylor wins and expands the liberal advantage to 5 seats to 2, that would give Democrats a lot of power on major issues, including abortion and redistricting.
Republicans have been on a losing streak for the Wisconsin judicial elections, and there are some donors who have pulled back, wanting to save their money for the fall, where there are going to be some big elections in Wisconsin and other states.
Both candidates, who are currently judges on the State Court of Appeals, spent the past few days making final campaign pushes, promising their political leanings won't influence their rulings.
Politics has no place in the judiciary. We cannot be a rubber stamp for any branch of government, for any party, or any group.
If we start looking at political views, public opinion, we are not doing our job.
The 2025 Wisconsin Supreme Court race was the most expensive judicial race in United States history, with total spending over $100 million. No balance of power is at play in this race, but Jacob says the race is still significant and could signify what's to come in November elections.
The expectation going into Tuesday is that probably the Democrats will win. If they don't win, that might signal that this assumption of what's being called a blue wave may be overstated.
As of a March 24th Marquette Law School poll, more than half of voters are still undecided in this race. Wisconsin Supreme Court justices serve a 10-year term. Morgan.
All right, thanks, Joe.